And good afternoon. This is Coach Big Pete. As you can see, I have a smile on my face because I'm happy about doing this video. You guys really liked that I talked to, made some comments about my college football, put some top college football things on the list. You guys really liked it. The reason why I like college football so much is I didn't go to any of these colleges. I'm not a fan of one college. I'm not a super fan. I'm not, as you can see, the Bears gear. I'm a huge Bears fan, but I'm not a really big supporter of one team in college, and that's why I love college football because it's so awesome to watch a game where you don't know that much about a team, and you find that you have new favorite players, and that's the reason why I like college football. I think college football is better than professional football. That's my that's my personal opinion. I know some people can duh professional football, no, but I'll just say I like college football a lot more than professional football. But I always do pick'ems, and I used to do college football, fantasy football, and I was bad at it. But this is the time where I get to talk some college football. It's the first week of college football. And no, last Saturday was not college football. I do not accept it as the start of college football. I have no idea why the hell they started it on a Saturday. It should always be on a Thursday because it's like Christmas on Thursday when college football begins. And tomorrow, Christmas begins, college football. It's awesome. I can't wait. I'm excited about it. So I'm going to fill out my pick'ems. I'm going to go through some of the games, some of the teams that I personally know, not personally know, but some of the coaches that I know and that I have a little bit of respect for. But it's gonna be fun, and we'll see what happens. So let's get started. I'm going to fill out my pick'ems and all the other stuff, and I'll probably pick. Most of the games that I picked will all be losers. I'm not kidding you. I'm horrible at picking, but I love doing it so much. So let's start. Colorado State. I got Colorado. Colorado had a hell of a surprise season last season. It's good to see them sort of back. I have Colorado in it. Colorado State. They just got the tight end from Illinois. That guy from I think it was St. Charles North, if I'm not mistaken. But I got Colorado. Colorado looks great this season. Colorado State's recruiting heavy in Illinois again and again and again. It's going to be interesting again to see Colorado surprise some teams this year. Navy versus Florida Atlantic. Navy, I always will root for Navy. I love Navy. Go Navy. Florida Atlantic has the kid from Oswego, the quarterback. I think he's a backup quarterback. I think he's a sophomore redshirt, if I'm not mistaken, or a sophomore. I think he's a sophomore. Yeah, he's a sophomore. Sorry. So yeah, but that's gonna be another interesting game. But I do have Navy in that game. They can't stop it. No one can stop the triple option, especially for the Florida Atlantic. Big game, and this is a big game. I call it the battle for Chicago recruits. Iowa versus Wyoming. I know it's a joke. Iowa's Big Ten kids will always go to Big Ten over a small school, but it's good. I have so much respect for Iowa and Wyoming, those coaches. Both coaching staffs are awesome, especially Iowa. Shout out to Brian Ferentz for sending me all the Iowa stuff. Shout out to you. Shout out to Wyoming. I have so much respect for both the staffs. They recruit great in Chicago. I hope they do great. I hope Keon Bell, I'm forgetting his first name, Bell, Coach Bell, defensive line coach. Keep a lookout for him. He's the next big star coach to come out of Iowa. That's my personal belief. I think he's a great guy, straight shooter, awesome guy. So Iowa versus Wyoming is another game to look out for. Texas, Maryland, they got Texas. That's no doubt about it. North Carolina, California. I think California's going to shock some people this year. I got this weird feeling. Pittsburgh versus Youngstown State. Of course, Youngstown State's undergoing a sort of a shitstorm. Oregon State versus Portland State. Got Oregon State. South Carolina versus NC State. South Carolina. Michigan versus Florida. This is an interesting game because if whoever wins this game puts them in the top 10 for next week. It's an automatic. It's Michigan. It's Florida. Why is Florida underdog? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. I'll give it to Michigan because if Michigan wins, this is going to be one of their years. Harbaugh is going to be happier than a clam. Notre Dame versus Temple. Notre Dame. Boise State versus Troy. Go Boise State. Always like Boise State. Texas Tech versus Eastern Washington, Texas Tech. Kentucky versus Southern Miss, Kentucky. USC versus Western Michigan at USC. This has a potential of being an upset watch. And I'm not talking about for the game, but I'm talking about the spread that they're giving them. That makes no sense. There's something about Western Michigan. There's just something about this year. Maybe because it's Coach Lester, former Elmhurst College coach, but that's just me. But USC, Sam Darnold looks unbelievable quarterback. I think he's going to break the spell of USC quarterbacks. Yes, Carson Palmer was good, but I think Sam Darnold's going to be a hell of a quarterback. I think he's a really great quarterback. East Carolina versus James Madison. Ugh, that's a shit show game right there. Eastern Carolina, of course. Georgia versus Appalachia State, Georgia. UMass versus Coastal Carolina, UMass. Louisville versus Purdue. This is a game that I switched that. I'm going to put that as my upset pick. I got Purdue over Louisville. It's going to be an upset. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize to Louisville next week. Purdue, there's just some energy. There's just some energy that's going into that school that's getting these recruits. And I'm talking about next year too. But there's energy in that program right now. Northern Iowa versus Iowa State. Why? I know because it's Iowa State. I think Iowa State's going to turn around this year. That's my personal belief, and I'll probably be wrong. Florida State versus Alabama, my game of the week. This is a tough one. That's a tough one. Because the quarterback he's now got some time under the quarterback for Florida State and Alabama. Jeez, I gotta go still for Alabama. Saban, I have to. I just have to. I'm sorry. Middle Tennessee State versus Vandy. I got Vandy. LSU versus BYU. That's a no-brainer. LSU. Virginia Tech versus West Virginia. I like David Sills, a wide receiver. I heard he's doing a good job. I saw him last season at the community college that he was. I was really impressed with him. So I'm going to go to West Virginia. UCLA versus Texas A&M. I got Texas A&M. And here's the thing, too. Something to go into a little bit of a thing. When we talk about character issues, the quarterback at UCLA, he's got some problems. He's got a couple issues that a lot of NFL teams are asking about, and that's from one source, and that's my that's my second NFL source. But watch out. Last one, Georgia Tech versus Tennessee. I gotta go with Georgia Tech for the upset. Paul Johnson, that triple option, and the wishbone offense, and that's a little bit of. I'll say that Georgia Tech and Navy. I'm a little bit high on them, but I love. This is going to be a good year in college football. You know why it's a good year in college football? Because there's going to be upsets, and I love college football upsets. It's the greatest thing in the world, and this year is going to be nothing but upsets, and I'm going to love it. Can't wait for this season to kick off, and I do not count last Saturday as the kickoff to the season. I counted it this Thursday. That's the kickoff of the football season. Now, if you like what I had to say, please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter and Facebook. I'm an analyst, football analyst / recruiting analyst and all that other stuff for Illinois high school football. I also do the Wimmy Report. If you like what I had to say, please follow me, Coach Big Pete, and Deep Dish Football. I'm publisher 6 of Deep Dish Football. How you doing? Visit deepdishfootball.com. Also on my Twitter site is my own little website. It's a cheap knockoff, but go ahead and visit it. It should be a fun year for college football. If you like what I had to say, please go to deepdishfootball.com. On the right-hand section, please feel free to leave a donation, 25 cents, 50 cents. It does not matter, but hopefully you guys liked my first week. I'll probably have to increase my talking points and all that stuff for college football, but this is my first week. Hopefully it's a good week. I think it's going to be a great week. But my game of the week is Florida State versus Alabama. I got Alabama. And my upset is Purdue over Louisville. So those are my two games. Again, this is going to be a good season. I got a feeling for a lot of upsets, and I love me upsets. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions or any of that, or I'm also looking for sponsors or advertisers, please email me, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And let's enjoy this first week of college football.